Good morning, good afternoon, whatever it may be. Trying to get this set up. I'm trying to anyway. Trying to go back over here and get the go to my channel. No, I don't want to go about me. I want my channel. 40 days. It's gonna be one of those days. My dashboard. There we go. Let me just do this. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I'm trying. Hi, Beth. There we go. There we go. All right. Trying to get this situated again here to where I can see the chat and the video. There we go. I don't think I need that, do I? No, good. How's everybody doing this morning? I was slow to the starting line this morning. My coffee pot petered out on me, so I had to run across the street and get some more coffee for my sister. Thankfully, she still had some. I am in desperate need of caffeine. But I did wake up to 2 sales this morning, even though I slept until 8, which is very late for me. I'm usually up at 5:30, but we had late band practice, so I'm still working on that list of clothing. But I did sell a couple things. I'll show you that real quick. These are the Crest Scentsy strips. These are the things I got out of the dumpster. I had 74 cases of these. Just sold another one for $15.99. Getting ready to pack that up here soon after I get the rest of the stuff logged into inventory. And then I sold this vintage LL Bean cow neck, turtleneck, whatever you want to call it, knit sweater. I paid 38 cents for it at a rummage sale. Well, it was one of those bag sales where you can stuff a bag full, and then I forget, count out how many pieces I bought and divide it into my total, what I spent, and so it cost me actually 36 cents because there's no tax on a rummage sale, so I only paid 36 for that. Sold it for $21. I had it listed for 25, took the best off for 21. I'm thinking, oh, that's $4. I only spent 36 cents for it. So I'm happy with that. Can't complain. So I'm gonna pack that up here soon. Oh, and the cat's back in here pestering as usual. Yeah, it was a good deal. Trying to find my trash bag. Oh, there we go. But no, go out there. Why do you do this? The cat's aggravating me already this morning. I've had sit in there sleeping, and the minute he hears my office door open, he's like, "Oh, gotta go to the floor." It drives me insane because he likes to climb all over everything. Typical cat. And that's okay. He'll be here long once my other dog comes in here and sees what I'm doing right now. Oh yeah, I was late to start engaged. Had to run outside this morning when I got up because I heard trash man coming. I was like, oh my God. So I'm trying to find. I'm in my PJs. I had to run out there with a coat on and pull the trash can around. Missed the recycling people because they come like at 6 o'clock. So like I said, we had late band practice last night, so I slept in. My hair looks terrible. Should have wore a hat today. I probably will if I go anywhere. Not like I don't have like 100 of them to choose from. So yeah, so I'm still working through what I was working on yesterday. And then I'm going to pack those items up. And something, if you sell clothing, something I suggest you get is one of those seal-a-meal things. If you don't already know this, and then get these. I get these from Walmart. They're these twist-tie bread bags, and I put my clothing items in them, and then I seal them with the seal-a-meal. They work just fine. I think I pay 88 cents a box for like 100 of them. You can get them at Kroger's or Walmart, just depending on where I'm at. So when I grab them, so. But yeah, I am trying so hard to get going this morning. I have one of those Keurig coffee pots, and it's the original Keurig coffee pot, not the newfangled ones they got out now. This was when they first come out. My kids got it for me for Christmas one year. Yeah, they're good for books too. I use them for books and video games and anything like that because you can turn it and seal it on either side. I mean, it just makes it look so much more professional. And I get a lot of compliments. And I know a lot of people don't do this, but I do it. I keep a box of Bounce fabric sheets in my desk, but I don't use a whole sheet. I'll just cut like just a little sliver and throw it in there with it, just so it smells fresh. And I have never had anybody complain about scent allergies or anything like that. I know some people have had that issue, but so far I have not. So, hi Robin, how you doing? I'm not. I need to see about how to copy the links and put it on the page. Like I said, I'm new to all this. I mean, this is what my 5th or 6th one, so I'm still a pup when it comes to. How y'all doing this morning? I'm still dragging ass. We had late night last night. My fingers are sore from playing guitar. And the bass. Oh my God, it's so heavy. So when you're standing there trying to play it, it's like, my shoulder's hurting. Because it's the one I play is like solid wood. I mean, it's not. We also have an acoustic bass, but I play electric bass. So, how was the set? It was a disaster. It was just practice, and our lead guitars had to work. So we're trying to. We got the computer hooked up to the main TV in there, so we're playing karaoke versions of what we're doing, and we changed stuff so it doesn't sound right, but it still gives our drummer, something to play along with, and gives me something to play along with. Because it's hard for the singer to sing with a bass because, of course, it's a lower key. So she's trying to sing. I was like, turn on the karaoke or something. But yeah, we're trying to cram in as many practice sessions as we can get in. And it's crazy. It's rough. But it's still fun. Yeah, I got to take pics too. So, but I'm going to do it right here. So you're going to see me hanging a thing right here, and probably see the mannequin and all that good stuff. But I still got a few pieces to process yet in the inventory book, so measurements and all that. Office jobs. This is my office job. uh, yeah, practice, practice, practice. It was a disaster, but we got through it. I'm to the point now where I don't have to have a cheat sheet, because normally when you're learning new songs, you got to have the song in front of you with the notes and all that. But I'm getting to the point now where, and now I'm getting, because I just started playing bass a couple weeks ago. I normally play rhythm guitar, and bass is basically just the top four strings of a guitar. So I pretty much already know how to play it without knowing how to play it, if that makes any sense. But last night after practice, we were messing around with karaoke, just finding just different songs, and I was finding the key, and I was doing pretty good. We learned Tracy Chapman's "Give Me One Reason." That's one we just added to the set, and I had to figure that out on my own without a cheat sheet, so I was proud of myself. So, which my daughter sings that really wrong. Look at my hair; I look terrible. I'm probably gonna grab a hat before the day is over with, because it's just like I got my hair cut, and I like it, but I don't like it because I got this like calic. Looks like I've been licked by the whole herd half the time. You see, when I wear my hair in a spike, that's the only part of my head that I don't have to spike my hair up. When I get my hair cut real short, it already sticks up. When it cuts down real short, it's like chirp. What's that show? Oh, I can't think of it now. My mind is like mush this morning. Did you guys sell anything overnight? I woke up to 2 sales I made, which is real funny. It seems like every time, because I have the PayPal debit card, and I use that for my eBay purchases. And it seems like whenever I use that, whatever I spend, I'll sell something later on that covers that cost. Yeah, alfalfa. Only I have it at the front of my head instead of the back of my head. And let's see, last Saturday we had a Across the Decades reunion, which is Lebanon High School here in Ohio. It was from the 1940s to the present year, so it was like 400 or 500 people, and we had it at the Warren County Fairgrounds, and doing I'm master at playing Barney and Wiggles. Anyway, I got this stuff for my hair after I got it cut, and I washed my hair, and then I got out and I put that in, I blow dry it, and then fixed it, and my daughter says, "Here, try this hairspray." I'm like, okay, cool. So I tried it. Hair looked really nice. Well, after drinking at the reunion and dancing and carrying on or whatever, I come home and went straight to bed. Well, I got up the next day, it's like I had this like explosion on my head. I was like, oh my God. Oh, it's like Napoleon Dynamite meets Albert Einstein, Like, oh my, and then trying to get a brush through it that morning. I text my daughter, I was like, what the hell is in this hairspray can? Liquid cement? I mean, it's like, God. Oh, that's nice. My student loan may have been applied for forgiveness. That's funny. I don't have a student loan. Okay. It's probably my son. He went to Sinclair Community College for I think a month. When he graduated in 2009. He had a $3,000 scholarship, which he did not use. So 4 years later, he decides he wants to go to college now. So I was like, well, you're going to have to get a student loan because I can't help you there. So he got a student loan. And I guess he thought the checks he was getting was for his enjoyment, because that's what he used them for. I said, they're for your books and your studies and your, maybe a laptop to help you with your studies. Well, so now he's got all these student loans he's got to pay back. I was like, you're an idiot. He's my son and I love him, but he's an idiot. Oh. boys. I'm still pulling these little sticky things off my computer. I have issues with stickers. I can't stand price stickers on stuff. Even if it's for my own personal use, like I buy used video games for myself. Yes, I like to play video games. Over here I have about every video game console. I just recently picked up the old Atari 2600 wood grain, which is what I had when I was a kid. But anyway, when I buy used video games from like GameStop or something, they put up stickers. That's the first thing I do when I get in the car and start peeling that sticker off. So I'm terrible about that. There's not enough coffee in this universe right now. I didn't drink any alcohol or anything last night, but I feel like I've got a hangover. I think it's this. I think it's the weather changing here in Ohio. It sucks. Like I said yesterday, one day you're wearing flip flops, the next day you're wearing snow boots. But it wreaks havoc on the sinuses, and I think that's what it is because I got a lot of pressure right here. So, and I forgot to put a link in the page. So I'm going to do that real quick. Okay, what am I doing? I go to YouTube. And did you get the Tracy Chapman videos? Not yet. We still got a little bit of key because our lead guitarist wasn't here. A lot of it's mostly bass, but there is a lot of lead guitar in it that he needs to learn. But he works nights, so it's hard when we're trying to have practice during the week. But I got my part down, so now he's going to learn his part. But that'll be definitely one that we're going to be putting on YouTube once it's complete. Let's see. I'm going to go stick a link on the squad page here. Let's see. Share. Copy the link. That's the only way I know how to do it. I don't know how to do the. I'm literally burning the candle at both ends. Doing eBay, practicing with the band. Plus, I'm doing an online course for veterinary technician. And it's mostly for my own personal knowledge because I have the dogs and the cats, and I like to be able to take care of them as best as I can. I'm just one of those. I'm like a sponge when it comes to stuff like that. And I should have been a vet to begin with, which is something I wanted to do when I was young, but I had a scholarship to Ohio State, and that didn't work out. It blew my knee out. I had it for softball, and blew my knee out my junior year. So I was done. Couldn't play. I couldn't, my parents couldn't afford it any other way other than with the scholarship. So, but I look at it this way: I wouldn't have my children because I wanted to be a cop. I wanted to be a vet. I wanted to do so many things. But at that time, my plans were to go into the police academy. And at that time, my junior year. My senior year, I thought, well, I can't be a cop. Maybe I can be a vet. Well, they didn't have the online courses back then, not like they do now. So, fishing, hot potato. I just noticed. Hi, fishing. How you doing? When you're young, you have all these plans and stuff like that. I probably would have been a better cop than a vet anyway. What was I doing? Oh. See what I mean with ADHD? I get so off track sometimes. Sorry about that. Let's see. I'm just adding the link to the page here. Doing a link. Oh my God, my brain is just like doing a hangout. course, I don't know why I say come join, because I don't know how to add people to the little Brady Bunch boxes there. Other than I know you got to have their email address or something like that. I posted on the Hangout this morning with Valerie and them. I needed an IV drip of caffeine. Go away, pest. I should have named it Pest. Let's see. I'm gonna put it on. And by the way, I do have a Facebook page for resellers. It's called the Resellers Cheers, where everybody knows your name. I don't know why I didn't mention this before. I just slipped my mind. We're a small group. There's a handful of us in there. Yeah. How you doing, Valerie? I'm a little drag ass today, so my ADHD is like all over the place. So I'm like a balloon that's let the air out of. Let's see. Live Hangout. You know, I wanted to be a cop, but I also wanted to be a vet. You know, so I wanted to put I kind of got off track. The best of both worlds together and be an animal cop. And I'm glad I didn't, because I love animals. I cannot stand anybody to be cruel to an animal, anything like that. And I have a very short temper. Back then I've learned to control it. But I would have been in so much trouble about every day. I would have taken especially, the ones that let the collars get embedded in the neck and all that. I would have probably wrapped a collar around their neck and given them a nice Indian burn with it. I don't know what it felt like. But some of the cases I see, it's ridiculous. So, oh yeah, my allergies are here too in Ohio. Oh my God. I've got Flonase. Went through that. I'll have to get another prescription for that. It's just like, you go out there. No, you don't need any. There's nothing in here that concerns you. Go away. He is such a pest. He's my cat. Come here. Come here. Come here. You're gonna be on TV. That's what I thought. I'll put him on YouTube. Yeah. Yeah. I've learned to control my temper over the years. I've never had to go through anger management or nothing like that. It's a Irish, German, Native American bloodline that Irish alone, they're hot tempered anyway. So, I know it's like chilly out today, and then I think it's supposed to get up in the 80s next week. I don't know. It's crazy. It's ridiculous. So, I feel like I need a shot vac and just hook it up right here and put it on. It's like, yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll work through this rest of the stuff I got. I think my biggest problem with my temper when it comes to animals is just stupid people should not own animals. I remember one time when I was a kid, we had a neighbor guy down the street. He would put his dog out on the leash. This is a little, like a Yorkie or something like that, Maltese, and leave it out there. And at 90-some degrees and no water, no food. So I started with taking food and water down to it, and I told my dad because he knew the guy really well. I said, you know, you need to tell, we call him Stony for a reason, because he was always huffing. But anyway, I finally went down to stole the dog and brought it home, and I didn't get in trouble, which I probably should have. But my mom was a little upset that I stole it. She said, "It's not the." She says, "You shouldn't be doing it. It's not your dog." I said, "But Mom, you know, it needs food. It needs water. You know, they don't pay attention to it. Nothing. You know." Anyway, Dad took the dog back down to Stony and told him if he caught that dog outside in that heat again without any food or water, Dad was going to just kick his ass and get it home, and then call him dog. So after that, the dog was well taken care of. I hate stupid people. I hate stupid drivers. I'm the type of person who's got road rage at Walmart. You know? I don't know. It just seems like there's some people here in Ohio should not have driver's license. I'd make them take a test on a bicycle. If they couldn't pass it on a bicycle, they sure should, you know. Sorry about my language. Need a driver's license. Oh. I don't know what the regulations are on where you guys are at, but here their bicycles are allowed on the main roads, and it just irks me because the county has Warren County, Butler County, all the counties around here have put in all these nice bike trails, and these bike trails go for miles. We're talking, you know, some of them go all the way from as far up as Lima, Ohio, all the way down to Kentucky, the same bike trails, and they still want to put them on the road. They ride their bikes on the road. And I don't know how many accidents they've caused out here in the rural part of Ohio where people have gone around them on a hill and somebody, you know, head-on collision because they were passing a bicycle. But yet everybody else has to, any other vehicle on the road has to go at least 35 miles an hour, has to have headlights, taillights, blah blah blah. It's got to be registered with the state of Ohio, except for bicycles. So oh yeah. Oh, do I really want to do this? It's like, oh my goodness. And I'm out of coffee. And I really don't want to have to walk across the street. They need a delivery service for coffee. They got it for everything else. Why not coffee? I got about 4, 5, 6 more shirts to work through, and then I gotta start taking pictures of everything that I got so I can get it listed. I really want to get these shoes on for sure. And tomorrow I'm going to a church rummage sale. I absolutely love church rummage sales. Did you see the pendants? Yeah, I seen that. I got when we cleaned out Dad's junk drawer here. When I moved back in the house, I put all his stuff in a box, and there were old pens and stuff like that. And when I started back on eBay back in 2014, I was going through some totes, just trying to get rid of stuff that we didn't need anymore. And I found those old fountain pens. I thought, and one was an old Pilot. I forget what the other ones were, but one had the nib on it, kind of like what Todd had on his this morning. And it had a crack on it on the top part of it. And I thought, I looked it up and I seen they were going for a few $100s. I thought, wow. So I put it on and sold it for $95 in the shape it was in. And I was like, holy crap. So I sold 2 pins like that. So I still look for that kind of stuff. So yeah, but that's just it around here. I've got competition around here. Cincinnati Picker, he's local. He's in Mainville, which is probably about 20 minutes from me, 25 minutes at the most. So we kind of run in the same circles. So I imagine he'll probably be over there too. In fact, I think after seeing who he is and stuff, I think I've seen him a few times at some of the church urban sales that I go to. But those are my favorite. I love church rummage sale, especially when it's fill a bag day, which is usually on Saturdays. But I can't go Saturday because I told my daughter I'd go to her company picnic with her Saturday. So then we have band practice that night. So I'm going to miss out the fill a bag. But last year I went, they have this twice a year. And last year I went and I picked up 2 of the vintage, still new in the box. I call them the clicky clack keyboards, computer keyboards. They weren't IBM. I paid $2 a piece for them, and I sold them both for like $125 a piece. So, yeah, keep an eye out for clicky. I call them clicky clacks. I don't know what everybody else calls them. They make the noise when they're the mechanical ones rather than the buttons. If you open a keyboard nowadays, they have like a little rubber button or pushing underneath it. Where the old ones were mechanical and it had that sound that clacked when you type it. So they're not as soft push like they are now. But yeah, I'm going to look for some pins tomorrow. I already had that on my agenda. I'm going to hit the coffee mugs and electronics and all that. Mechanical pencils are good too. The old mechanical pencils. I sold, it was a drafter's pencil. I think I sold it for like $40. I got it at a yard sale. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to make it. I didn't make it the last one either. Saturdays we tried to, we practiced for 9 hours last Saturday from noon to 9 last Saturday. It was a long day. I was so sick of looking at that bass. I was so sick of hearing those songs because when we're working on one, we got to play it over and over and over again, and it's like until we learn it, and then it's like I hate this song. It's like when they play a song too much on the radio, you just want to change the channel. So, does anybody have any really good sales here lately? Anything overnight? Yeah, it is a lot of practice. It's like my fingers. I have calluses upon calluses upon calluses on my fingertips, and I'm getting them on these from when I got to strum the bass. And then the way you got to hold it, it's like you got to brace your thumb. So then my thumb's hurting right here. It's like I'm gonna get carpal tunnel from playing the bass. Oh, what is it? Yeah, I gotta get these clothes logged into inventory. I need to learn how to get you guys in the little Brady Bunch boxes here so you don't have to keep in the chat. But I don't know how to do that yet. I remember reading that, Robin, this morning in the Hangout that you did that. I bought not last summer, the summer before last, I paid $5 for a silver set. And I can't remember the name of it, but it wasn't all the same. It looked like they had bought pieces or had pieces from different collections, just put it all together. So I assorted it, and I sold one tablespoon. It was a silver tablespoon for like $35. I was like, dang on. Pretty good amount of return on each item you have usually. That's like that. I sold another case of Crest Scentsy strips for $15.99, and that's part of the lot that I got out of the dumpster. I had 74 cases. I think this is number 16. Or no, actually, I sold a couple cases on the quarter auction. So it's probably more like 20 or 22 cases that I've sold so far. But I paid it was $15.99 what I made off that, and then that LL Bean turtleneck I paid 36 cents for it at a rummage sale the beginning of this year, and I just sold it. Took a best offer for $21. To get other people on live with you, you have to post a link on your Hangout, not the YouTube channel link. What the heck? Is that little down here in the corner? It says links. It says working Hangout, and it has like 5 years, and it says links. Is that the link that I have to post? Or is it the one up here on the actual Google Hangout? It says IETalkGadgetGoogle.com. Is that on there? Because it just looks like that link goes on forever. Yep. Which one? The one down on the bottom or the one up here at the top? Because if I click on this one, it has YouTube page, and it has up here it's the HTTPS talkgadgetgoogle.com Hangouts. Is that the one? So I'm gonna copy that one, and then let me go eBay here too. Hold on 1 second. We'll go to Facebook. Get out of here. Minimize this. Let's see. It's the one that says Hangout for a whole bunch of this. Yeah. Okay. That's right. That's what I copied. I'm gonna go put a link in the comments. Let's see. The reseller squad. Let's see. Well, if it hurries up, I'm using Google Chrome and that's cool. And Internet Explorer at the same time. Let's see here. Let's see. Here is hold on. And paste that in there. There we go. I guess I did that right. Yep, there it is. Sign in to Game accounts. Oh, cool. Thanks. All right. Oh, crap. Something I want to do. Where am I at? Let me go to yeah, I posted a link in the now I'm trying to find my group. People posted it. There we go. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Where's my group? Resellers. Ah, there we go. There we go. There. People just have to click that link to come in. Just not FMP. This should be peaking. Okay. Let's see. Ink to going. All right. Now let's go back to eBay. I love this computer. Oh my goodness. It's so much better. I could have never done 3 or 4 different pages at a time with my other one. We put that one out in the bar for karaoke and music and all that. Okay. So let's put this up here and this one up here. All right. Okay. I posted the link, so. All right. I'm going to finish this shirt. It's been laying here for like the last 15, 20 minutes, and I still haven't measured it or researched it or written a draft on it yet. What size are you? All right. I'm going to go research this shirt and create. I'm doing quarterly text forms for our AC here at the moment. Plan on listing the rest of the day. Awesome. I don't have anywhere I need to be, so I'll probably be on most of the day. So, and I'll probably be in and out. And I have, my dogs are so needy. I'm gonna have to go get me something to eat here in a minute, because all I've had is coffee. You're tired when you don't even feel like fixing breakfast. It's like, that could be why I'm tired too. My sugar might be dropped a little bit. Go in there and eat, and it'll be bouncing all over the walls because I've had 2 giant cups of coffee and sugar. Have to tether me to my chair. Go research this shirt. Actually, I have a vintage home. Nice. Gotta love that. Vintage always does really well. Which it should know it's vintage because I think they're no longer they're separate entities, so to speak. Wow. It's not. Wow, that one sold for $50. I don't have one like that, but that'd be nice. They're not a very high dollar seller anymore, not like they used to, unless you have the vintage. There we go. Vintage chaps, that's what I have. Okay, we don't need that in there. short sleeve. Polo shirt is large. Okay. Get this draft done and I'll be back to where I can see the chat. Cream, chips, large, salmon. It's not really salmon, so I'm not going to do that. Where was this made? This was made in Pakistan. Short sleeve. All right. Let me get this. Yeah. What's that? The cat finally decided to stop pestering. He's so nosy. And our drummer and our lead guitarist are dating, and he brought her some roses, real pretty lavender roses, the other day, and put them on the island. We're out there practicing. All of a sudden, I hear Olivia. She's like, "Oh my gosh, get down!" And she's hollering. He's in there eating her roses. It was funny. I don't know what it is about cats, and they just, especially him, he loves anything. Time we bring flowers or plants or anything in, he's gonna have his nose in it, chewing on them. I get him that indoor cat food with the outdoor cat food that has like the grass taste in it or whatever, but he still prefers the real stuff. Fixed price, but anyway, no. Let's see. Standard. International. All right, that one's done. He's going to Hangout. That means she mentioned. Okay. Good for a break from listening. I hit the corner thrift. See you, Beth. I'll probably. Oh, it's already noon. Good Lord have mercy. Yeah, like I said, I'm new. I'm new to the Hangout, so I try to do mine in between everybody else's because I don't want to, especially when I'm in like a new group, like with the reseller squad. I don't want to feel like I'm stepping on anybody's toes or anything like that. So, which I haven't gotten any notifications. So if she comes on wanting to do hers, I'll click off and then go join hers. And then when she's done, I'll come back and do one. So because it is, you know, their page. But I like the reseller squad. I like everybody in it. Kind of similar to the group that we have. No drama. I cannot stand a group with drama. So, although, you know, I'm still members of some of the other groups, I don't hang out with them on those groups anymore because it's drama. I mean, if you're afraid to ask questions because for fear of getting Facebook capped, then I just assume not to be part of that group. There is some useful information, and there's still a great lot of people in those groups that are still pretty cool in that. But that's why I kind of decided to start my own group and find some that are similar to the people that we do, you know, that we hang out with, or we're gonna hang out, but you know what I mean. Oh. This was in the men's section. It's a Lauren Jeans Company, Ralph Lauren. But I don't know, it's got a pocket. I guess maybe, let me see. Buttons left to right, that's men's, right? I think I wrote that down somewhere. Women's buttons on the left side. So that's a women's. So if the button's left to right, it's a men's, and the buttons are on the 8 groups that are horrible to people with questions. I do too. I mean, it's like they forget that they were once newbies too, and they had all kinds of questions too. It's like, why be that way to somebody? I want to help anybody I can. I don't care if I've been doing this for 30 years. No question is a stupid question because we all had to start somewhere, you know, and the best way to learn is to ask questions. But if you get your, you know, jumped on because you're asking a question that somebody thinks you should know the answer to, it's like, well, if I knew the answer, I wouldn't ask the question. So, and they're like, you know, it's just stupid. I mean, I would rather ask a question than spend all day looking for the answer when I could be using that time, you know, to do other things. So I don't care. And I don't think that way. I don't think, well, you should know that answer. Well, no. If they knew the answer, they wouldn't be asking in the first place. And I don't care if they're doing it to make their job easier. Well, that's what we're all trying to do, make our jobs easier. It's like that one shirt, that one hangout I did, that Stockman shirt. I searched and searched. But once, you know, and I had searched the day before. And thanks to the, you know, gals that were in there that were able to stop and help me, that saved me another day's worth of searching. And I'm grateful for that because I was able to move on to something else. I know, you know, do the work to find it. Sometimes it takes hours to find. Yeah. I help anyone, me too. I help anyone and everyone because I look, like I said, you know, why spend hours when there is somebody out there that can help you? You know, and I understand both sides of the spectrum as far as you should do the work yourself. But if you're new and don't know what you're doing, how can you do the work yourself? You know, you have to learn. You know, it's like, what is that? You got to learn how to. What is that? You got to learn to walk before you run. You know, instead of jumping down their throats, they should point them in the right direction. Say, okay, here's a link to what I found. You know, go see if you can, you know, find what you're looking for there. I don't mind helping anybody because I know sooner or later I'm going to need somebody's help too. So, but I do admit it. I hate it. The posts that are generic. What is this item? And it's worth. Is it worth it? Yeah, those I can see. But if somebody says I have been looking for hours for this, can somebody help me find? You know, the motor war is awesome. The other not so much. It got too big and has mods with power. Yeah. Um, I'm not sure. I think I might know which group you're talking about. There's two groups that come to mind, but I'm not going to say anything because I don't want any drama. Not on my page, not in any of the groups that groups that I'm in, the good groups. But like I said, I stay in those groups, those bigger groups, because there is some useful information. Because sometimes you could go in to the group and do a search within the group, and maybe find some information that you're looking for on an item there's my hair item that you're looking for that might have somebody else might have already asked about. Me personally, I like doing research. I always have, but there's, oh my God, I'm gonna have to grab a hat. This is like driving me nuts. What was I saying? See what I mean about the ADD? I see. That's what happens to me. Oh my goodness, it's just one of those days. I'm about ready to go just start eating coffee. I just, oh my goodness. Okay, what was I saying about this shirt? Buttons on right side. Well, see, I wrote that down, and I don't know if it means if a button's on the right or if the buttons are on the right. Okay. Let me find one of my nose bands. Oh my goodness, I'm so foggy today. Yeah, that's what I've been told. I could have been a comic. All right, so if buttons are on the left, not buttons on the left, but if buttons left to right, it's a men's. So this is a women's. You know, my teachers used to hate that. I was one of those kids. Let's put it this way. My whole family's like that. We're very quick-witted. And my nephew, he got the Bart Simpson Award in high school. I mean, he even looks like Bart Simpson. He had the spiky hair and everything. But when I did my radio show years ago for the paranormal, I think that's why people like to listen, because I was just, whatever come to my mind usually come out of my mouth, which is, sometimes I don't have a filter, and I probably should have, but it was mostly comical stuff. I was never meeting anybody, but unless somebody ticked me off, and then it was Wendy Williams meets Rush Limbaugh, Yeah, I used to give my mom a run for her money. I never knew what I was going to do next, and I'm still like that. And I'm young at heart. I'm 48 years old, but I act like I'm 12 sometimes. And or actually more like 18. But, it's like my daughter's boyfriend. I call him my son-in-law because they've been together for almost 5 years. He got a remote control truck. Well, I had a remote control truck for the paranormal. You should put cameras on it and send it into places and film, or have it set in somewhere, or, just have night vision camera on it to where, and especially in places where we couldn't go, like under houses or in crawl spaces, and or we would just send it in to keep the human factor out of it and film the room. It would have the camera on it and a voice recorder, and it would film the room without any people being in it. And so I got it out, and it wasn't fast enough, so I went to go buy me one that was faster than his. So we're out there playing, and my daughter's like, "Oh my God, really? You two are terrible together." But that's what he likes about me. So I got the coolest mother-in-law ever. We go kayaking together. We just do a lot of fun stuff. I was like, you know, why should people have to act their age? You know, I don't want to be act 48. Why do I have to act 48? Why can't I act like I'm 18? My body, I pay for it later, um, but that's just me. And I figure if people don't like me how I am, it's their loss. Say la vie. That's what I used to say on my radio show. If you don't like me, you don't have to listen to me. There is a button there on your computer. You can turn it off. So, because we got this one guy. Oh, my God. He was horrible. He was from the UK. And, you know, everything's haunted over there. And I'm kind of a skeptical ghost hunter. You know, I believe in spirits. I've seen my share of paranormal stuff that I can't explain. But there's also some things that are logically explained. And he wouldn't have no part of that. Everything's haunted. There's no logic to it. It's all haunted. No, it's not. And we argued and argued back. He'd come on my show every week just to argue that point. Like, oh my God. If I acted my age, I wouldn't have any fun. Like I said, what's the fun in that? But yeah, I bought a remote control car. Because I'm also a tomboy. If you don't already know that, I'm a tomboy. Always have been. You know, I rode motorcycles, I rode dirt bikes, I rode go-karts, and I have a Honda out there, Ruckus. It's a scooter, which I'm upgrading to the Can-Am this spring. Because I could get a motorcycle, but I prefer 3 wheels over 2 because, you know, I am 48, and if I were to roll over a motorcycle, I probably wouldn't get up very easily. So I figured something with 3 wheels has more stability. So now he's going to get him one, and we're going to go tour, you know. So, but yeah, I still play video games. I do the adulting when I need to, but I like to have fun. I've always been that way. Love to have fun. Life's too short not to have fun. It's too short to be serious all the time. I even have fun doing this. I think my coffee's kicking in. Does that sound about right? It's like, ooh, caffeine. My daughter was telling me when she went to Ireland. She had some coffee over there. She said the girl put like I forget how many shots of espresso in it, but she was drinking it. She said within 5 minutes, she's like, oh, this is really good. Have you tried this? This is so much stronger than the stuff at home, you know. And she just going on and on, and said that people in that cafe were just dying laughing at her because she was like, yo, 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 yo. Oh, you like play video games too? My favorite is the Resident Evil. I love Resident Evil. I have played it since PlayStation 1, and I have PlayStation 1, 2, 3, and 4. I have the Nintendo, the very first Nintendo. I can't play first person. I have to play third person because I get motion sickness. So I have to play third person. If I have to play first person, which one of the Resident Evils, I think the newest one, I think 8, 7, or 8 is, I haven't got it yet, but I played the demo, is first person, so I take Dramamine for that. So, but I have all the Nintendos, the first one, the 64, the Super Nintendo, I have a Wii, I've got the Sega Genesis, the GameCube, the Xbox, and the Xbox 360. So, yeah, my daughter liked to play that, is it Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, or something like that. I couldn't get into those. I like the zombie games. I like, I think it's called House. I can't remember. Then I like Area 51, all those type of games. But I also like puzzle games, and I think that's what drew me into the Resident Evil was the puzzle aspect of it, which the ones you have now, they're not the Resident Evils that are out now. They're not so many puzzles, and I don't play them as much. And right now, I'm playing that Ark. Can't remember the rest of the title, but it's where they pretty much, it's a survival game where they stick you on an island and you have to, it's with dinosaurs and all that. You have to survive and build things and all that. I really like that. I like to play that with my daughter and my son. Will both have PlayStation 4. We'll get on and I'll host a server and we sit and play that. Yeah, I love Tomb Raider, and the new Tomb Raider that's out. I seen it at Walmart. I can actually play it without getting sick. So, and they have it for PlayStation 4. So, and I have a Tomb Raider game that somebody gave me, but I can't. It's for the Wii. I've even taken Dramamine. I can't play it. So I'll probably end up selling that. But yeah, I picked up the Atari 2600 a couple months ago for myself. And I've got Asteroids, Super Breakout, Pac-Man. Those are all the ones that I started out with. So I'm on the hunt for the 5200, the 7800, and the ColecoVision. Because I'm trying to get, I have a bookcase over here underneath my TV, and it's nothing but gaming systems. So yeah, I'm a nerd. That's what they call me. Teresa calls me a nerd. I have, was talking about remote control cars. Well, I have drones too. I have the Millennium Falcon drone and Darth Vader's TIE Fighter drone. And we were all out there flying them around the neighborhood the other day. So, and the new drones coming out are awesome. I'm gonna have to get some of those. They have the X-wing fight. I'm a Star Wars nerd. But I collect all kinds of stuff. I love it. I have fun. Oh, I'm not getting nothing done. I gotta get this shirt processed. So this is a women's red plaid long sleeve butt front. It's large. I look forward to that church run so. The only thing I really like the Wii for is Wii bowling, because I bowled before my back surgery and all that. I bowled semi-pro, so I was heading towards pro. I carried a 208 average, and I'm lefty. I'm left-handed bowler. Never bowled a 300. I came very, very close. My highest was a 285. I shot strikes all the way up into the 9th frame. I left the one pin in the 7th frame, which is a hill pin for lefties. I picked it up, and then I shot in the 10th frame. I shot 3 more strikes. And then in the next game, I shot another 6 in a row. So because of that one stinking pin, I blew my 300 series, 300 game, my very first one. But I was the first woman in Franklin, Ohio to bowl over a 700. I had a 735 scratch, which means no handicap. With handicap, I think I only had like a 2 handicap or something like that at that time. So it wouldn't have made much of a difference. But the Wii bowling lets me, I mean, I even do the same approach. I mean, the same thing. I can just, so, but that's about the only thing I play on that. And then I play, I Spy, I think it is, or something to that effect. And then there's the zombie game. I think I want to call it House, but I can't remember. And I can't see all the games. They're all down on the bottom shelf. So, but and fishing. I like the fishing. So, because we live on a 7-acre lake, so in the wintertime, if I feel like fishing, I'll just get the Wii out and go fishing. The only bad thing is it's all bass fishing. You don't really have catching catfish on that game. All right, I'm going to go do this draft real quick. Let's see, click on here. So we have a URL. Salad. Swear I can't spell. Let's see what we got here. Oh. Used. I swear if I didn't know better, I think that was a shirt that I just shipped out. So, well, I guess it is kind of flannel. So they're going for like $20. That's pretty good. So, red, March, red. That, let's see. Have you ever sold something and then to somebody and then realized they were a seller after you sold it, and then you go back and check their page, their eBay page, and find your item on for like 3 or 4 times more than what they paid you for it? I had somebody was talking about that one of the pages the other day I was reading. I don't remember which group it was. And so many different groups on it that I followed around. What was this one named? Yeah. I don't remember how they got on the topic. Somebody asked a question or just come up in one of the threads or the posts or replies. I thought that would suck. Regular, large, cotton. Okay. Nice. Shirt. Oops. I don't know how it's spelled. Yeah, it drives me nuts. I have my tape measure upside down. I wonder what weird. Okay. As my niece would say, I'm a dur. Dur. Wow, really? How did they do that? How did they put your listings on their page, or did they just maybe copy and paste everything? That's crazy. I know a lady that got in trouble on eBay, which I didn't know at the time. Uh, she was in another paranormal group, and we got to be friends, somewhat acquaintances from that. And have my wholesale items and description. Wow. She got banned for life on eBay. And this was before I started getting back into selling like I do now. But I was selling some stuff for another friend of mine who cleaned out his basement. And when she found out, she asked me to sell stuff for her. And I remember her talk about being on eBay and stuff. I'm like, why don't you do it? Why don't you sell it yourself? Why do you want me to do it for her? And she says, I got banned for life. I'm like, okay. And I said, I said, what'd you do? She says, well, I kind of did a stupid thing. And wow. Is there any way you can find their name? I mean, of course, I know their all you get's their username, but if they cancel, did they buy something from you and then cancel after that? Because wouldn't their address be on your record somewhere? Maybe you can track them down that way. Because I would have a problem with that. I would definitely be looking for that person. Say, hey, stealing my stuff. Anyway, this lady, she wanted me to sell a bunch of different stuff for her, so because she was getting out of the paranormal, so she wanted me to sell her equipment. And I'd asked her, I was like, why can't you do it if you're on eBay? She said, I'm no longer on eBay. I got in trouble, and she actually got in some major trouble, which we found out later from another friend that she actually was supposed to do jail time because of what she did. She this is back when the Wii's first came out. You know, what she did is she took stock photo of the Wii and put it in her listing and was selling it, but she never actually had the item. Her story was that she was supposed to meet a guy at the flea market here close to where I live to buy them off of him at cost. And when she got there to pick them up, which she listed them and sold them without having the item in her possession. She said, because I was supposed to pick them up that Saturday at the flea market from the guy that I was going to buy them from wholesale. And she said she sold like 10 units. And from the time that she listed them like on a Monday or something like that, from the time Friday rolled around, she had sold 10 units. So she didn't have them to sell. That's her story, that she was picking them up, which I don't buy it, because I go to the flea market all the time. And I don't remember anybody ever being there, because it's just like right up the road from me. So, I mean, it's like I go there, especially the outside vendors. And so she said he had a truck full of, a box truck. He had bought them from where he got. I don't know you. I'm not answering. Anyway, she had to pay restitution. We looked it up on the records, the court records and all that, over $25 $1,000. So it was more than what she was telling us. She sold more than 10. That's what she claimed. And I was like, oh my God. So she almost went to jail. I think her dad fought her way out of it because he was part of the law enforcement in that county at the time, blah, blah, blah. And so she got her way bought out of it. But she ended up having to pay restitution. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Somebody was supposed to steal those items and give them to her, and she was probably buying them cheap from them. So serves her right. See, that's why I don't think. I think I don't know how to word this. My brain is just like befuddled everywhere. It's good to have stock photos, but I think you should have to have a stock photo and a photo of the actual item to show that you have it. That's the way. If it were me, that's the way I would do it, to show the customer that yes, I do have this item in my possession, but here's the stock photo of it too. That's just how I would do it. That's my opinion. I mean, I don't know how anybody else does it, but she learned the hard way. You can't do that. And I don't know. I think that's why I stay away from. I think Jennifer, I said you do drop shipping. How does that work? Let's say your supplier runs out of something that you sell. How would that work for you? How would that affect you? Or do you just go ahead and buy it and then ship it? We have legitimate opportunities to make money online these days. Banana. Because I thought about doing the drop shipping, but that's what worried me the most was, let's say I work with a company that sells these widgets, and I use their information and put it on, my eBay with the X quantity of, like, say I have 25, I got my second DD. Oh, I would love to have a Dunkin' Donuts coffee right now. I might have to text my son-in-law and say, hey, how about a Dunkin' Donuts coffee when you get off work? Nah, he don't get off till 7 tonight. But anyway, I was worried that if I, listed this item from a drop shipper and then somebody bought it. I know. Don't you just love when they just open the door for you? I do that to my son all the time. I'm like, you should expect it. I said, I come from the queen of sarcasm. My mother was so sarcastic. Of course, she would say quick-witted, but we're sarcastic. What is this? Excuse me. Oh, yeah, I get my son like that. I got my ex-husband one time like that. We're sitting at the dinner table, and we're eating, and he looks over at my daughter. He's looking at her. He looks at me and says, have you seen her eye? Yeah, she's got 2 of them. It was just one of those things. And my daughter, she like to die laughing. She still brings it up to this day. Yeah, she got 2 of them. What's wrong? It was just, I don't know, it's just, oh. confused enough to do this coffee right now. I have been up since 8 o'clock, which is late for me. I'm usually up at 5:30. Usually, I can't believe my dogs don't want to be up. Of course, they may have tried, but I didn't get the memo, so I slept in. And now I'm paying for it. I think that's why I feel so drag-ass today, because I'm usually up so early. And then I got a crapped out coffee maker. Don't you just love when you go to the thrift shop and you find new with tag items? I don't know who John Bartlett is, but this was a new with tag and it retails for $30. So, and it's still got it's a nice little shirt. It's like a little crew neck long sleeve. I like it. If it's big enough, I can keep it. It's only a medium. Medium, and I wear an extra large. So that's a new with tags. I got off topic again. John. Sleeve. Size. Find my. Let's see what this shirt's worth. Let's see. Shirt. That looks like my shirt right here. Completed. $12.99. Consensus. Guess I'm gonna put that in there. Consensus. Let me see. Wow, that's better. Hold on. It's something like this. I'm writing a draft, so I'll have to check the chat here in a minute. March. Media. I'm going to change that. Oh, belly's growing. Blend striped. Casual sleeve. Let's go to further. This is 21 inches. Oh gosh, what am I doing for a big, huge cup of coffee right now? I guess I'm going to have to get me a backup coffee pot. And if I keep complaining enough, my kids will get me one for Christmas. Hint, hint. Or sometimes I can stand out there with a big giant sign saying what I want for Christmas, and I still don't get it. I have been asking for the Keurig. It's like a 96 count multi-flavored type coffee pods for the last 3 or 4 years. I still haven't got it. It's like, that's all I want. Because it usually has Dunkin' Donuts coffee. Love Dunkin' Donuts coffee. I used to have to go all the way into Sharonville, which is probably about 20 minutes from here, 25 minutes, just to get Dunkin' Donuts. Now we have one over here, right across from where my son-in-law works. And he still has yet to bring me a cup of Dunkin' Donuts coffee after work. We also have Tim Hortons. They have pretty good coffee too, but I like Dunkin' Donuts better. I haven't tried the new Markdown Manager yet. I've heard some good and I've heard some bad about it. I think it's why I keep putting off having a sale. Yeah, I need to go get a big bag of that because I got the little pod that you can put your own coffee in. This, of course, my Keurigs. Teresa made us all that Saturday when we had that one band practice. She made us all cappuccinos, frappuccino, I don't even know, cappuccinos. Um, and I bet she made like 10 of them throughout the whole day or more. So now my coffee pot's not going to cooperate. Just come that Sunday, it was like, oh my goodness, my coffee pot's not working. So, and I had it going, and now it's being a butthead again. I know Kroger's carries Dunkin' Donuts coffee. I thought about going to Whole Foods and seeing if they have what their store brand is, because somebody said Whole Foods has good coffee too. What they bag up, but I haven't tried it. Something has awakened the monster. What are you barking at, Mouth? She's probably not getting away from one of the dogs in her spot. So it's just sit there and bark at them until they do. I found a Brooks Brothers polo. That's the first one I found like that. Hey, shut! Mouth. Either that or she's barking at the cat. She torments that cat. Oh. We have 8 viewers. Who do we have in here besides who I already see in the chat? Let's see. Let's see here. Cool, I got a new subscriber. Thank you, whoever did that. Yep, I got a Brooks Brothers polo. Okay. Brooks Brothers makers. Jeez, Dunkin' Donuts. I'd rather have their coffee than their donuts. That's pretty bad. I don't know. They're lemon filled donuts. Oh yeah, those are good. What's a Wawa? So what's a Wawa? kind of restaurant is that? Like a chain restaurant? Oh, okay, cool. And around here, we got Speedway, and that's probably one of my favorite convenience stores, gas station places in Speedway. They have the best iced coffee. Oh, I could go for one of those right now. I'm gonna write this draft. Oops. 3, 4, 6. Cool. Let's see. Good. Okay. They got some good clothes tomorrow at that rummage sale. They usually do. They usually have a good selection. I know I just sound like I'm talking to myself. Or I can just answer myself. Supposed to go to the Ohio Renaissance Fair this weekend for my sister's birthday, and we're all Game of Thrones fans, so we were all going to go dressed as one of the characters from Game of Thrones, and of course I picked Brienne of Tarth, that big tall blonde. I can't get my costume together quick enough. She does so much. I was trying to make it, and I just don't have time. I've checked Amazon and everything for a costume similar to hers, and can't find anything that, unless I want to pay $500 for what she wears. No, I don't want to do that. Not for one day. It'd be different if we were going there as part of the thing. I drink. What do I usually wear? Oh, you mean for the Renaissance Festival? This is the first. Well, we haven't been in a while as far as dressed up. I went one year as a pirate. But this year, we all decided we wanted to go as Game of Thrones character for Kimmy's birthday, because she loves. I like Game of Thrones. She's a big Game of Thrones fan. So that's what we were going to do. I was like, whose idea was this? It's actually my daughter's, but now it's supposed to rain. We normally just go in our regular street clothing, but one year I dressed as a pirate. I forget, Kimmy dressed like a gypsy type, which is my sister. My other sister, she didn't dress up. My daughter went as like a queen, and Teresa dressed as a queen. So yeah, I started I got as far as I got a wig I was going to cut and style to look like Brienne of Tarth. If you're not familiar with the show, she's like this Amazonian type. Well, she's actually a really pretty lady, but they have her really dolled down in the show. But she's like 6'5" or something. She's really tall lady. I'm only 5'10", so I got my boots. I've been following this guy on YouTube who makes armor out of craft foam. So I was trying to do that, and I got the chest plate and the back plate together. I just don't have it painted and don't have all the detail on it. And it's Sunday, so I'm still trying to throw stuff together. Then I need what's called starts with a D. It looks like a quilt around the waist, and I cannot find anything. I thought maybe I could find some pre-made fabric like those moving blankets, but the design is wrong in them. It's more of a diamond shape, and then the moving blankets have those swirlies. And I was going to take those brass paper things that you put them in and bend them out to give it that brass look that has on her costume. Let me see if I can find that picture. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not. But it's just been rough between band practice and my eBay business, and trying to get that costume together. It's been almost impossible. But I figure I still got a couple days. I might be able to cram and get it done. Let's see. Ah. I didn't think I would get into it, but I did, and I really like it. I don't know if you can see this or not, but this is probably not. That's the costume. That's Brienne of Tarth right there. And it's just so much intricate stuff. But I really like the costume itself. And I bought a chest plate from the Halloween store, but it's a men's and it's not formed right. And I thought about trying to take a heat gun to it and try to reform it, but I'm afraid it would just melt right through. So um, I'm trying with the craft foam because all it is just, 12-inch stuff and spray it on there. I mean, I might be able to detail it out with a hot glue gun, just paint over it. So who knows? But if it rains, it's going to be all for nothing because our costumes will get ruined anyway. I have 3 shirts left to put in inventory. Anybody do good with J. Crew? This is my first J. Crew, and I really like it. It's a really nice sweater. And it's only a large, otherwise I keep it. I know some people do better with J. Crew than others, but I thought, why not? It's a really nice sweater. I think it's merino. Yeah. No, yeah. Merino wool. Anytime I see merino wool, I'll pick it up because it seems to do really good. That and the Brooks Brothers Supima cotton shirts do really well for me. J. Crew. Men's merino. Neck. Large. Oh, let me go see what this item is. J. Crew. Like an olive color. Wish I had that. I wish it was like that one. Oh, that's a nice price. Say time is not in there. As tired as I am, I'm still managing to get stuff done. Slowly but surely. I still need to pack up my songs, which is only 2. I was hoping to wake up till more than that. I firmly believe that you have to list in order to sell. Because I know when I was doing revamping my inventory, I didn't list anything. And I sure felt the effects from that. But it was a sacrifice I was willing to make in order to get things reorganized. And it's so much better. To being able to get out into my back storage area without having to unstack 50 different things just to get to the thing on the bottom. That was a pain. Especially when I was having a bad back day, which most generally is about every day. But some days are better than others, and some days are worse than others. Excuse me. Working too hard. Let's see. Yeah, I get eBay notifications on my phone. Huh. Yeah, Teresa's still trying to get the concept of these hangouts. And she said it's good that I do it because then I have people to talk to because I'm not in on myself. But and she's like, so what do they do when you're working? I said, they're working too. She said, so you don't always talk? I said, no, I'm always talking. she's trying to figure it out. I still get the cha-ching. I'll get a cha-ching, and then it'll make this blue, 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 blue sound or whatever that I got paid. And it's also the same sound as if there's a message and for a buy it now or an offer. She's like, don't they get bored just watching you work? I said, well, they're working too, so no. I said, it's kind of like being in an office. Everybody's doing their own thing and chatting every now and then. I said, she said, I'll get it. This is the type of umbrella. Let's see, acrylic. Sure. Size. Oh. Yeah, I could tell her that, Robin. She's like, don't they get bored? I said, no, I think I pretty much keep them entertained. I said, are you bored whenever I hear out of her mouth? She's like, no. I'm like, let it go. She said, but I probably get bored just watching you measure stuff. That's what I talk to. She just don't get it. She's not an eBayer. She don't understand. All right. Mother Nature calls, so you all chat amongst yourselves and those Sims Life screensavers. Yeah. I don't know if fishing and Pickens here or not. So if he is, watch out for the wrench. I'll be right back. Ouch. Hold on a minute. All right, my dog's gonna go out, so I'm gonna be right back. Would I miss anything? Oh Lord, he's got the reg. Y'all be careful. No chasing everybody around with the reds here, fishing and picking. All right, I'll be back. I gotta take my doggies out. Come on, guys. Yep. Yeah. All right. There's sugar. All right. All right. Bye. Oh, what I miss? Let me see. What, my dollar picture there, Jason? Oh, I've got more hats than that. I have some over there. I've got some in the hallway over top of them. I have a hat fetish. Ugh. Little ponies, yeah. I don't know why, but when I get them in like a box of stuff, I keep them. It's just something else for me to throw on the shelf. That's my Bobby Mackey signed dollar when we did a paranormal investigation of Bobby Mackey's in Wilder, Kentucky. So I had to put that. Didn't have anything for him to sign, so I handed him a dollar to sign it. I'm just reading through the chat. You never see a dog? I have 3 of them. You know what my son says? He says he's going to go drop the Browns off at the Super Bowl. Oh, I still have one dog outside. He didn't want to come in. He's such a butthead. Oh, take me. These are nuts. Oh. Let's go see what this shirt's worth. Yeah, that's my wall of creativity, I call it. That's where all my jewelry making stuff is shoved in all those little nooks and crannies. I didn't get a notification if Governor was having don't see anything. Nothing yet. So, well, I'm going to go write a draft for this particular shirt. I got one more shirt to go. Just because that picture annoys you, I'm going to leave it crooked. That's how I roll. Let's see. That's not what I wanted. Have I seen that? I think I think I've seen the previews. I haven't watched it yet. No. A haunted house, paranormal activity. I can't watch those paranormal activity movies. I tried, and it's just the way it's filmed. It makes me sick. I get motion sickness when they spin the camera all over the place. But I do like them. I mean, I try to sit through them. And, oh, like the crazy that shirt. Another book brothers. This chair. I need to get a new chair. I had to kind of what they call hillbilly ingenuity. It's one of those chairs that was I'd be sitting up high all of a sudden start going, I'd be like way down here. So I took it apart and put a piece of PVC where the hydraulics is, a spacer so that it wouldn't sink all the way to the floor. Yeah, I can't watch Blair Witch either. I can't watch anything like that. There was that was it 10 Cloverfield or something like that, Cloverfield Lane. Couldn't watch that. There was something else, another movie, sci-fi type movie that came out like filmed like that, and I couldn't watch it. Yeah, I try to watch resellers videos where they're filming stuff as they're buying, and it's like cameras going every which direction. Like, oh nope, can't do that. It's like when I would film for our paranormal videos when we did investigations because I had made a camera stabilizer. Because if I let anybody else run the camera, I couldn't watch it. Yeah, I took it apart. There was a video on YouTube that showed how to fix it. And basically, the only thing holding the bottom on is like a little C-clip. You take that C-clip off and pull everything off and put a spacer in there, however high you want it. I think it was like a 3-inch diameter or 2.5-inch diameter PVC pipe, and I just put that in there, and it works fine. I probably could have gone about another inch because it still pops up when I get up, but it works. It's better than sitting on the floor way up here trying to type. Okay. Last draft I have to write today. And yeah, I watched that Celebrity Paranormal Project. That was funny. Oh, well, everything's drafted. Now I'm going to now set up and take pictures. My son informed me that him and his girlfriend are coming over to go fishing. Yay! He said she's mad at him right now because he took a second job. Why would you be mad at somebody like that for doing that? Like I said, she's a lot. You know what? It's not much worse than that Most Haunted. That was as fake as you can get. With over in the UK, with what's his name, Derek Cora, and always becoming possessed. Oh, that's fun. And then that, I think her name's Yvette Fielding or something. Oh my God, it was hilarious. Teresa would be like, "I don't know why you watch this. You know it's fake." I said, "Well, yeah, I know it's fake. It's for entertainment only." My team and I, we got offered to be on A&E and Bio Channel and all that. Some of the cases we did, I was like, "That's not why we do this. We're not in it to be on television." So we're in it to try to help educate people deal with what it is that they're dealing with. Because they don't understand. Yeah, it's all about ratings. That's like one of the groups that did the same school that we did. We had our office and stuff in there. And we run tours and stuff for people who want tours. And then come through and investigate with us and use our equipment. We teach them how to use it. You know, teach them the different types of hauntings and all that. Well, this other team, they were so jealous because we had people in there about every night of the week, and they're the group that wanted to be on TV, so they started faking evidence, and we caught them on our we had cameras set up through the old school that I can monitor from here at the house, and we caught them on camera faking evidence, and then going on a radio show um, later that day, or later that week, I should say, saying how active this place was and how a ghost threw a ball out into the hallway at them, and it was one of them that was doing it. So, my son must be here. Yep, that's my son. He's coming to get the key to my shed so he gets the fishing poles out. Say hi to everybody.
Hi,
That's
everybody.
That's my son.
I'm gonna go fish. Yeah, I'll go for a interview for that on the next Wednesday morning at 8:30.
Okay.
So $15.50 an hour. I'm not passing it up. Need money.
Just lay the keys in there on the counter. Got it.
All right.
Yep, that's my boy. He's a big one. Took up the doorway, as you can see. He's going fishing. Probably gonna throw the girlfriend in the lake. Cool her off a little bit. Oh. I'm gonna let my other four-legged fur baby in. Hi, Dennis. You're gonna have to come in and say hi to everybody. Hey. Come here. Come here. Come here, members. Oh. Say hello to everybody. Hey, this is Bambi. Say hi, members. She's a little chewini. Yep. He was a big one. It was like giving birth to a toddler. That's one of the dogs. The other one won't let me pick him up. He's a jerk. So, you're on YouTube. You're on YouTube. She's like, I don't want to be on YouTube. Yeah. All right. I'll let you know. Come on. You guys go on. Yeah, leave her alone. Yeah, Chewini. When I got her, she was like this big. She looked like a hamster. She was so tiny, and she looked like a little baby lamb or baby deer. So that's how she got her name, Bambi. I have one of those tags, and my shirt is like driving me insane. Yeah, I have three. The other one, I have a Chewini, Min Pan, and a Rat Terrier. And the Chewini thinks she's a great name, so. Yeah, I still don't see anything. Come here, Tanner. Wait, you two. Go in there. Oh, now they're wrestling over here. Stop. Hey, come here. Where's the brat? Hey, stop it. Stop. Come on. He's picking on his little sister. Oh, lordy days. So now we get to pack up what's sold. Which only sold 2 items overnight. I'd rather wake up to like 5 or 10. See you later, Jason. Have a good one. You guys go in there. Go. Go in there. Go be on the button. Oh my God. You get out of here too. Go. All right. Stop it. Banana. banana. You're gonna hear a noise in the background. This is just gonna be my seal meal, sealing this bag. Try to get this in the bag. Okay. What is in my nice and still and airtight. While I'm weighing this, I don't lose over a pound. Yeah, if you don't have a seal meal, you need to get one because it's great for clothing. It doesn't let all the air out. What is it? Yeah. What is what? What? Yeah. What, Jennifer? A seal meal? A food saver? It let's see it right there. It is a vacuum seal. Normally used for food, vacuum sealing food. It's let me show you. You use you get these bags, these storage bags. They're sorry, if you can see that, these storage bread bags from either Walmart or Kroger's. They're the twist tie kind. And let's put this shirt in there. I take my shirt. Which I'm going to open this back up and I'm going to take a picture of it. But I'll just show you how it works. Well, there I use the bread bags too, but I use the sealer, food saver sealer. Just tuck that down in there. It seals the bag all nice and tight. So, and it makes it look, makes it look pretty good. I used to use stickers and stuff to close the bags or tape, but now I got that. I got it at a thrift shop for like $2, and I had one, but it was a smaller one, and this one's a larger one. It does more, so I use that. Okay, so that's going to have. Here, would you leave her alone? Stop. Go lay down. Quit picking on her. He's being a butthead today. Let's see. Pack these items up. Yeah, the other day, I packed up all my items and I went to. Let's see. I went to schedule a pickup for the next day, and it says my address wasn't eligible for it. I was like, what? Since when? Because I had just had some picked up the day before. So I called the post office, and I told them, I said, I've been having you guys pick up from here for the last 4 years. What changed? He's like, well, I don't know, man. I'll have to look into it. Let me take your name and your address and your phone number. I was like, yeah, I bet that gets thrown in the trash. So I guess I'm going to have to start going through FedEx. And by later on that evening, I just got on, tried again. I was able to schedule a pickup. So I don't know if I scared them by threatening to go to FedEx or if it was just a glitch in the system. I'm hoping it was me scaring them. 2 pounds. All right. Great shipping on. Let's see, this is this. There's something biting in my shirt. Driving me nuts. Oh. I have to open another window in eBay because they're in. Alright, I need to open another window here. For some reason, Google Chrome, I can't print shipping or print my stuff from Google Chrome. It's weird. Let's see. Very strange indeed. It works now. Fine. Hang on, that's rude. Mail. Where's it going? All right. I live out in a rural area, so it's about 15 minutes or so into town. So it's just as easy to have them come pick it up. Plus, they come straight to the door. I have an enclosed front porch, so they know to come inside and get it. I have to go in and manually change my label size all the time, even I managed to get my dyno set up on Windows 10. It's just a couple extra steps, but at least it works. See you later, Beth. Yeah, I'm gonna probably get off here soon. I have to go get something to eat. I haven't eaten anything yet this morning. I'm starting to feel the effects of it. But I might be back on later. Because I gotta take pictures on this stuff, and it'll actually block the view of the camera, so y'all don't want to look at a backdrop for an hour or two. So. Yes, I know I won't want to. And I gotta run my tape gun here for this. You're gonna hear the all too familiar sound of ripping tape. And I have to put a packing slip on the outside of the box because it's already sealed. Do you guys ever use like thank you stickers? I put those on my packing slips. I always write thank you, and I write their name, little smiley face, and a lot of extra customer service there. Yeah, I hate envelopes. Every time I do that, it reminds me of that episode of Seinfeld when George was getting married and his wife had an allergic reaction to the glue. Or no, his fiance, I should say, had an allergic reaction to the glue. Like it was stamps and on it. I like to add their name when I say thank you. I don't know, more personal detail, I guess. Except unless it's one of those weird foreign names or company names or something, I just put thank you. And sometimes they put their last name first, so if they do that, I'm not really sure, but I just put thank you. Go away, Patch. There's a tape gun, not a food bag. Don't like the envelopes. I know, right? I need to get one. We called them slobber lips at work. It was basically all it was a little metal thing that had rollers in it. You put water in the bottom and you just roll your labels or your envelopes over it. I need to get one of those. They're hard to find though, which I'm sure Jet Manufacturing still has a shit ton of them. I'm not going back here to get one. I'm sure I can find one online somewhere. I almost bought the, it's called Better Pack. It's the electric paper tape dispenser. I'd like to have one of those. Hi, Pick with Joy. How are you? Thanks for subscribing. I noticed that earlier that you subscribed to my page or my channel. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Oh, crap. Also, something I do, I print 2 packing slips, a second one, and I also print 2 labels. So that way it's a hard copy, not just a digital. And I put the label on the packing slip for my records. So, and of course, I file everything. I do by month. Like I've got 3 stacks I got to file right now for the last 3 months. Hard copies. And I keep them. We always have a reference. Because you never know when you might need it. Goodwill. So where are you from, Vic? I always ship from eBay because it's just, to me, it's just easier for me. I know some people ship through PayPal, some people ship on their own and go back into eBay and just mark it and ship and stuff like that, but I've always used eBay shipping. Just easier for me anyway. California, huh? It's awesome. Oh, now to schedule a pickup. Both of them are priorities. Well, I'm in Ohio, so. Excuse me. A tickle in my throat. Well, I'm glad Banana's not in there. He would have had a field day with that one, huh? Or Jason. See, now you got me calling him Banana. Oh, cool. I don't know how you guys do it with more than one eBay account. I have a hard enough time keeping up with this one. I think if I had a huge warehouse or something like that, I probably would get a second or third account. But everything I do is right here. Just setting up a pickup here. Quit. I'm done with that part. That part. Priority. House. No problems there. Anytime I schedule a pickup, I usually do it on my phone. I'll take a picture of the confirmation number stored on my phone. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, if I get more accounts, I'll probably look into that. Speaking of top rated, eBay, I sold 2 items back in August of 2016. One was a shirt and one was a little handheld electronic game. And thank God I keep my records because they only go back so far, I think, that you can look. But well, eBay relisted them again. Just, I see, what have been, it was October. They sold, and I'm thinking, I kept tearing the place apart looking for the shirt and this game, and I thought, now wait a minute, I only had one of those, and I'm pretty sure I sold that. So I pulled out my file cabinet here, went through all my past sales, and I found both the shirt and the electronic game had sold in August of 2016. Well, because I had to cancel the orders, eBay whammied me and said that now I can't be TRS because I had two back-to-back cancellations on an item that was bought. So I called them. I said, hey, I've got paperwork right here in my hand that shows where I had sold both these items back in 2016. I said, and you guys relist them. I did not because I didn't have multiples. And then, of course, you get somebody who really doesn't understand what you're trying to say because they're reading from a sheet of, and if you're asking questions that don't pertain to that sheet, they can't answer you. So they kept transferring me and transferring me and transferring me and transferring me again. I said, just give me somebody that speaks English, plain English. I didn't mean to be, I wasn't trying to be disrespectful or anything. It's just they couldn't understand what I was trying to say. So I got on with finally, some guy, and I explained to him, I said, eBay relisted two of my items and sold them, and they have already sold in August of 2016. How is that possible? He's like, well, I don't know, ma'am. I'm like, well, isn't it your job to know? I was like, is there a glitch in the system? And because I had gotten on one of the groups and posted the same question about it, if anybody else had been having problems with that. And so I got on, and the manager, or the guy I talked to on the phone, could not answer my question. So I got on eBay for Business, the Facebook page, and explained it to them. And they had an answer for me within 5 minutes. They said there was a glitch in the system. And after I had posted that question, they found like 10 more people had called in for the same reason. So they took the dings off of me, but they never changed me back to top rated seller. They said I have to earn that back. I'm like, whatever. So I got back on eBay for Business and told them the situation, and all I know is they would have to look into it. So, oh, that made me so mad. Sometimes I don't think that really matters if you're TRS or not, because not everybody is, and I still do the same things I've always done. I have 3-day handling, but I usually ship next day. I do 3-day handling just in case, I get up and can't move around very well. And, I can't really depend on anybody else to do this for me. Though my daughter, I trained her, but she would still be running in asking me 15 million questions. So, South Carolina. That's pretty cool. They do on Sundays here. They do Goodwill does the color 99-cent day, tag day, and I've got some pretty good items for 99 cents there. We have here in Ohio, where I'm at, Southwest Ohio. We have two bins. They call them bins. Everybody calls them bins. The outlet. We have one up in Dayton, and then we have one down towards Cincinnati. I've been to both of them. I like the Dayton one better because it's bigger. Yeah, I think when they first started doing TRS, everybody was like, "Oh my God, I have to do TRS in order to make money." You don't. I still since I didn't even know I had TRS because I don't pay attention to that half the time. I didn't realize I had it till like the beginning of this year is when I noticed I had it. I thought, oh, cool, because they used to send you notifications, and then you'd get these certificates that had the big different color star on it or whatever, milestone certificates or whatever. I don't even think they do that anymore. I think that's about the only thing you get with TRS is better shipping discounts. I mean, I pay, because I lost my TRS, I pay $6.50, so I'm only paying 20 cents more. So, and I'll make that 20 cents up in a sale. So I'm not worried about that. I'll make that up in you know, when I'm only paying 35 cents for an item or less, um, I'll make that 20 cents up. I'm not worried. I don't worry about TRS. I just thought it wasn't fair that they held that against me for something that they did. So, and I mean, I care one way or another. As long as I can get my items out on time, and that's all I worry about, is making sure everything's shipped out on time. Plus size pick, that's good. I had a 5X. It was a Big Daddy brand. It was like a baseball jersey. I mean, this thing was huge, and I put it on. I think I sold it within an hour of listing it. So I always, even if it's not a name brand designer, if it's a cool looking shirt or what have you, I will buy it. You know, because it's the eye catching thing plus the size. You got, you know, two things going for you there. Um, excuse me. So yeah, I buy up plus sizes. I think it was one of the ladies in Valerie's. I think it was her sister's Sally. Is that her name? Sally. Said she even sells. I think she said Faded Glory. You know, that's a Walmart brand. But hey, if somebody likes it and it's the right size, they're gonna buy it. So as long as it's a decent decent item, they're gonna buy it. So especially if it's at a good price, because that's what people are for. And more people are shopping online than these days than anything. So I would rather, you know, this is perfect, you know, being able to sell clothing and stuff online. This is perfect. You know, years ago, I would have never guessed I could sell used shoes and clothing online. Would have never guessed that in a million years. I mean, I knew vintage stuff sold. Vintage stuff sells no matter what. But I would have never guessed just a plain old used pair of shoes would bring me money. I'm happy for it though. Got one of those little mobile yeah, I try to look at it differently though. Just I got one of these little miniature mobile photo boxes. I've had it probably about 6 months, and the lights already went out on it. One of those, it's a strip light, LED strip light. So I just turned my phone light on. Still use the box, but just use my phone flash for extra lighting. I only paid $8 for it. I guess you get what you pay for. But I only needed it for like my coffee mugs and small items, so no biggie. Let's see. Turn the flash on. This isn't any pickers on. I missed Dusty's show this morning. I slept in too late. I usually try to catch his show in the morning, then I go over to Valerie's show, watch that. So I don't know what happened. Anything good happen, or talking subjects on Dusty's or not. I love watching him and Tristan. They're funny. She's always hangry. I'm a little hangry myself. I always pick up Christmas mugs. So let me see that little Santa one. Man, I know theirs too. Santa mug. And I got this one yesterday too. It's a little hand painted Yokohama Studio Panda mug. Very cute. I think if it didn't make me money, I would probably keep that one just because it's cute and use it to hold the pencil or something. I found that you can get coffee mugs that have the stains in them, coffee stains in them, but a magic eraser and a little bit of rubbing alcohol takes care of that problem. So I've had one that was just way too far gone, and I wish that I could have gotten it clean because it was a vintage air traffic control coffee mug, and it was really cool. And I know somebody would have wanted that. Oh, this is the right side up so they can see it, but I couldn't get the stains out. I probably could have sold it as is. I got this really cool coffee mug too. I don't know if you can see that. It's all hand painted. Saigon, Vietnam. It's the Saigon Opera House. It's pretty cool. It's from the Ming Long collection. Too bad it didn't say Ming Dynasty. That would have been really cool. So, what are your listing goals daily? And in mine are, I usually try to do at least 10 a day if possible. That's my minimum. If I go get more than that, then I'm a happy camper. But if I can only get 10 a day, that's fine. Okay, well. All right, got those. So those are done. Set up for my shoes. Oh, I don't want the days. Setting up for my two shoes here. Oh, we're gonna fix that backdrop. Yeah, I got these yesterday, these Asics. I paid $1.23 for them, and I should be able to get about 50 bucks out of them. Members, at least that's my hope that I do. Of course my battery's going to run. Why wouldn't it? I need it to work. Yeah, there's some days when I spend most of my days prepping everything, either cleaning it, um, measuring it, putting it all, processing it to inventory, um, and then taking pictures. And then I'm not one that I usually when 3 o'clock rolls around or so, or 4 o'clock, I'm ready to go. I gotta go feed the dogs. I go to the gym in the evenings. I try to cram as much time as I can in the mornings before 3 or 4 o'clock as I possibly can, so that I'm not. I know there are those that work uh, on their eBay business for 12 to 14 hours or what. I can't do that. I did that all those years, worked all those long hours, and I still make decent money. I mean, I make what I need to pay my bills, and to me, that's important. And to go on vacations and stuff like that. But I know, like Nicole State, she does like what 30 to 100 listings a day. I can't do. I probably could if I really, really tried. But I know that's their only source of income too. Which I give her props for that. But she goes to the Pens about every day. She goes to Goodwill every day. I can't do that. I wish I could. I wish I could. Oh boy. Oh, I couldn't. I don't know about the 30. I think the most I've done is maybe 20, 25. But I try to do at least the 10, which today I'm gonna make about I'll probably make 4 or 5 today. I got up late. It's just like late start. Coffee pot being a butthead, and I'm just tired all around. So exactly. You do what you can, huh, Robin? That's about all you can do. I mean, like Dusty and his wife, that's their source of income is eBay. So he's always working at it every day. Nicole State, it's their main source of income, so they're working at it every day. this isn't my only source of income. It's just a majority of it. But I couldn't have the things I have if I didn't do eBay. So I'm just glad my kids have grown. Because if I was trying to do this when they were little, which I did, but it was back then, it was, you know, I think a couple things here or there. It wasn't an everyday thing. It would be, I'd find a rare baseball card or a nice piece of glass, that vintage Pyrex or something, and I was like, well, I know that'll sell, so I'll slap it on eBay and make a couple extra dollars. And that was how I did it. But now it's kind of a full-time for me, but I have other things I have to do too, you know, with band practice and just living life in general. You know, I don't want to spend my whole life in my office. So I do what needs to be done when I need to do it. So I just schedule it out that way. Like for instance, yesterday I went and got more inventory, and the stack just fell over. Went and got more inventory, and I knew it would take me at least yesterday and part of the day to get it into the books and measured and drafted. So, you know, then tomorrow or later on this evening, if I feel like it, I'll take pictures of everything, get it listed. You know, I've got drafts already to be listed, so I can do that later. So, yeah. Well, you see my son, it ain't nothing small about him. Even when he was little, he wasn't small. And my grandson's the same way. My grandson's 3 years old, and he's already over 3 feet tall. He's almost 4 foot tall, and he's wearing a youth tennis shoe on it. I think he's wearing a youth size 1 or 2, so he's gonna be a big boy too. So, had I known back then what I know now about eBay, I probably would have been able to quit my factory job that pretty much messed up my back and all that good stuff. So, but yeah, there's no way I could have done whatever. The yawns are kicking in. I think my caffeine, I'm coming down off my caffeine, what little caffeine high I had. So, but yeah, probably going to be getting off here in a little bit because it's almost, well, it is after 3. And my dogs, they're used to being fed by 3:30, 3 or 3:30. So they'll be in here pestering the crap out of me. But I'll probably be back on tomorrow. Well, what's tomorrow? Nope. I'll probably be back after I get back from the rummage sale or whatever it is we do. Yeah, I love what I do. I mean, I love eBay. I love the thrift shopping aspect of it, and the being on eBay, the making the money. It's just, like I said, if I'd have found this method of doing eBay and applied it back when I first started eBay in 1998, I could have left a factory job a long time ago. But I never would have guessed in 1,000,000 years that I could sell used clothing and shoes on eBay, unless it was nothing but vintage. But everyday items, everyday designer items, I would have never guessed that. So it's one of those hindsight's 2020 type thing. I know it now, and I'm growing my business. I'm growing it slowly. I don't think I'm ever going to be up there where I'm making $3,000 or $4,000 a month. That's never going to happen. Because for me, I don't have that much energy. I don't have enough time in the day. Because I still have other things going on in my life. So. Plus, like I said, I do the band in the band. I'm studying to be a vet tech. Just I got candles burning every direction. Yeah, oh my God, I wish I would have known back then what I know now. I wouldn't be in the shape I'm in. I wouldn't have titanium for spine, basically. It's crazy. how things come out. January, my full-time gig ends in January 2018. I can't wait. Good for you. Especially if you're, I'm young at heart. I'm not 20 years old anymore, but I still feel young sometimes. Some days I feel like I'm 95, but I still keep going. And I'm still, I've always, ever since I was young, like little, I have always made money. I always found ways to make money. And it's because it's what my parents taught me. They didn't hand me things hand over fist. I had to work for what I had. And when I was a kid, I collected cans. I tied a wagon to the back of my bicycle. My dad made me some canvas saddlebags for my bicycle, and I would drive all over. And we live out in the rural area of Ohio, so I was out on the main roads dragging that bicycle. But of course, back then it was 2-lane roads everywhere. There was hardly anybody out this way, so I'd go all over picking up cans, and I'd bring them home, crush them, and go the next day and do it again. I'd go to the local parks, and with my dad made me a stick with a nail on the end of it, and I'd stick the cans with the nail so I wouldn't have to touch them, and put them in a bag, and I'd collect cans. That's back when you can get 75 cents a pound. See, I'm 48 also. And I've worked basically my whole life to make money. I used to paint propane tanks. Just for $3 a tank. I used to get people's mail, go down and get their mail from them. We have a mail center here for a nickel. I was like always making money. And I wish eBay would have been around back then because I'd be a millionaire probably. So, but I'm taking the knowledge I know now and putting it to good work. And it's like my bestie Teresa. She works her butt off. She's a dietary manager of a nursing home, and she's always on call. They're constantly, even when we all go on vacation, she's got to take her work with her. She's got to be on the phone. She's got to take her laptop. She's got to do this. She's never able to relax. And I said, how about you quit and help me? Help me grow this as a big business and make that $3,000 a month, or more. Reach for that goal. I said, you have, free time, but she makes $22 an hour. So she doesn't want to do that, which I can understand that. But yeah, it is. We were all about the same age. She's stressed out all the time. And she has anxiety from it. She's a walking ball of nerves, just trying to keep up with the newest changing things that corporate wants her to do with the dietary and the nursing home, and just keeping up with the regulations and the laws and what you can't do, what you can do. And it's a very stressful job. People think that being a manager of the kitchen isn't stressful, but it is, because there's so many little things that we don't know that they do, that they have to follow. All these little guidelines. Every recipe has to be, especially in a nursing home, just like in a hospital, everything has to be served out in a certain proportion. And then you have different residents that can only have certain things. And this one can't have this because of this. And this one, they have to write these diet tickets up every single day. And they have to know, each resident, what they can have, what they can't. I mean, so I was like, well, if you ever decide to quit, fine, you can help me. We'll do this together. We'll build this business together, partnership, and be able to just not worry about all that stressful stuff no more. I couldn't do her job. I wouldn't want to do her job. You couldn't pay me to do her job. Of course, she says she don't want to do my job either. I thought, you would if you didn't have to do yours. So, I mean, I was a supervisor for let's see, 22 years. So for 20 of those 22 years, I was a manufacturing supervisor. So it was very stressful. And I was a working supervisor. I didn't just sit behind a desk. I had to get out and work just like the rest of them, because we'd have people to call off. So you can't just not do that job. Somebody has to fill in. So I guess you have to fill in. That's, a lot of times that's why my back is in the shape it's in, because the departments I would fill in for was heavy lifting. We built, you've seen them everywhere, chalkboards in schools, marker boards, display cabinets, the directory cabinets that have like little white letters that go in these little grooves. We built those. And some of those cabinets are 8 feet long. Some of them did specials. We did, one special marker board, whiteboard. It was a porcelain. It's porcelain on steel, 32 feet long. And we had to build that and create it. And so, I mean, it wasn't an easy job. And I was working right alongside the men, because I had to. So if we had somebody call off, I'd be like, okay, guys, get over here, I come. And I would assemble and lift them off my table and send them down to the packing line. And there'd be some of those boards that I did were 120 pounds a piece, and I'd have to do 75 to 100 of them. So you imagine what my back looked like when the doctors got a hold of it. So I had one night where I stood up from my desk. I was getting ready to take paperwork back to the shipping office, and I stood up and I couldn't move, couldn't go any further but down. My legs wouldn't work. My back was screaming. It was on fire. So it felt like somebody just lit my back up with a blowtorch. They had to roll me over onto a skid and a pallet jack and get me back to the shipping area so they could put me in the SWAT, because I couldn't move. That's how bad my back was. So that's when it was time for the surgery. So now I have a titanium cage from, I think it's from L1 up to L1 up to S4 or something like that. It's about this much each cage is what they call it. So, and then when the doctor said I couldn't do my job anymore, they didn't need me anymore. So, all right, fine then. They wanted to keep me as a consultant because I knew everything there was to know about the company. I still do. And I think they were worried I'd go out and start my own company. I was like, why? Why would I do that? I spent 22 years of my life in this. Why would I want to do that? So, I could care less what you're building now. Oh, I'm tired. I'm gonna have to get off here, guys. It's 3 going to 3:30. I gotta go feed my doggies, feed myself. I think that's why I'm so tired. I've had coffee all day. That's all I've done. So hopefully tomorrow, I'll be back tomorrow. Probably after I get back from, we're gonna hit the church rummage sale, which starts at 9, and then my sisters and I are gonna do lunch. And then after that, I should be gone sometime. If nobody else is having a hangout or anything, I'll be gone. So maybe I'll catch y'all later on, and somebody else, maybe Valerie's going to have another hangout or something. I'll catch y'all in there. So I will talk to y'all later. Y'all have a great day. Get out there and do your thing. Have fun. So I'm going to get off here. Bye, guys. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for hanging with me. Thanks for the new subscribes. Appreciate it. So I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.